Hey guys, it's me, Red. The stuff of red stuff. You know, that guy. I'm actually alive, believe it or not. Did you miss me? Yeah, I bet you did. I want to talk about this funny little game here called, I guess it's not a game, it's more like a game series, Skylanders. Yeah, if you're like, you know, probably older than like, I don't know, like 15, I don't know, random number I'm throwing out here. If you're like, around an adult, just becoming an adult. You probably grew up with this game. Um, and if you're older, you've probably been annoyed to death by all the commercials this thing had on TV. Um, but, this game series is pretty cool. It influenced me a lot growing up, and then I kind of, forgot about it for a decade. And then I came back to it, found my tub full of these figures, and, and then I made the wise decision to start collecting them again. Whoa, guys, check it out. Awesomeness alert. Oh, yeah, I didn't have any of these growing up except for like four of them. Yeah. Yeah, though, there's these guys. I had most of these guys, except for like a handful. I'm not going through this and showing you which ones I've had and which ones I didn't. Uh, but you can. And then the shelf has no lights, I'm sorry. I don't care about these guys as much as the others. Um, that's right. One more shelf. There we go. Now you can see a bit better. That's it. It's like a couple amiibo, I guess, but you don't care about that. We're not here for that. Oh, yeah, guys, that was beautiful. Sorry, yeah, that's my collection. It's pretty sick. I've got every Spyro's Adventure character technically, but not their like original figures. I've got like a handful, but I need about like the other half of the characters. But it's just nice coming back to it because I've always liked collecting things, and I think Skylanders may have influenced that awful addiction that I have to collecting things. And now it's back again, back in full force. And I don't know, the game's kind of like sort of grindy, but not like to the point where it's just annoying. Like you can really work on whatever you want to without it having to be too much. And I like that. I think that's sick. And I enjoy the games for that. Now, I didn't grow up on Spyro's Adventure, and I want to say that I don't like it as much as Giants, although I think it has taken the spot for my second favorite game. Giants kind of just hits home more, and I think it's just kind of better. It improves upon a lot of the problems that the first game had. But, the first game is unique in its own ways. It has a few things that I like some of the characters not really speaking English, they kind of just speak nonsense. I really like that on some characters, but it feels weird on others. The other day, I actually invited my buddy Pumpkin over to my house, and we played Skylanders, and he was not into it as much as I was. I don't think it was his thing, but it was definitely my thing, and at the same time, I was kind of also a little bored because, I played through Spyro's Adventure once, and got to like chapter 20 or so. I don't know, wherever you meet the weapons master guy, and then the game soft locked like entirely. Like you're just not allowed to progress at all because I said no whenever he said, "Hey, do you want to go to the level?" And that's a bug on the Wii version. So I had to restart, start a new save, play through the game again, and then my friend comes over, and then we start another save. So that's like the third one. And by that point, I'm kind of just burnt out on repeating the same game over and over again. And I think the whole bug kind of killed it for me a bit, made me enjoy the game a bit less than I could have. I feel like I would have liked it more had that not happened to me. But, what can you really do? I'm just the best at finding game-breaking bugs. So, yeah, guys, moral of the story here is that Skylanders is pretty cool in my opinion. There's talks about a new game. If that happens, I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I hope it's good. But at the same time, I don't know if it'll quite hold up like the old ones did. I really think it just all depends on the execution and, how the audience generally will react to it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I kind of just wanted to yap about Skylanders a bit since it was relevant. I kind of want to see it come back. I don't know. But you know, it's been a decade. I think we could have something. Um, but yeah, thanks for watching, Goobas and ladies and gentlemen and whatever the heck else. I hope you enjoyed. I'm trying something different here for these videos. Maybe I'll do more, but you know, every time I've said that, I've never done that. So, probably not. But you know, I'll see you guys maybe in like 10 months. And yeah, goodbye and stuff.